Hey, good morning to the YouTube videos. Good morning to my YouTube friends. It's Sunday. We're up. We're live. Wife said barely, but we're alive. Give it a few minutes, see if anybody comes in and sees me this morning. I know a few of you are over there with Nick, so there ain't nothing else live but Nick talking. So you can go watch a drunk or you can watch a dopehead. Yours today. Here gets a couple people coming in. Got one person. Say hi to me, Mr. One Person. Who's my first one here this morning? I don't get no visitors within 5-10 minutes. I'll leave. I mean, you guys might be more interested in listening to Nick because he talks more than me. Even though half of his stuff don't make sense, but he does talk faster and more than me. Still waiting for someone to say good morning to me. Good morning, Nate. Yeah, I was watching Nick, but I got bored with him. He ain't talking about nothing interesting to me. Figured I'd get on and save you guys from Nick. Larry's having a big problem today, people. Exactly, Nate. I had to steal my wife's lighter this morning. Mine went dead late last night. It sucks when you're trying to put your nighttime shake to bake to bed and your lighter goes bad, and Mama was sleeping all night, so I had to wait till she woke up this morning just to get a light. Morning, Raccoon Man. I'm gonna let her go out and get a couple of lighters. Yeah, she's gonna have to go out and give me a couple of lighters today. I got them real generic ones. I'll have to dig them out. Them little 50-cent lighters. I don't like them. They burn up too quick. I'd rather have a Bic or a Zippo. I got Zippos, but I ain't got no Zippo fluid. I probably own about 30 Zippos, and only 2 of them has ever had fluid put in them. The rest of them are all brand spanking new, never even used. As y'all can tell, my room is really bright today. Wife has the overhead light on. She's bringing me my morning coffee and helping me find a lighter and all the good things my wife does for me. She is a really good woman. I couldn't ask for nothing better. And I figure I'm not going to have too many viewers. It is Sunday morning. I just figured I'd help you guys get away from over there at Nick's. I got on checking things out this morning. I see Nick was on. I went over and seen him, said hi. I wasn't rude or anything. Find out what he's talking about. He's talking about somebody don't like him and he was talking shit about him. Same thing I do when Vaughn talks shit about me. I think the good thing about the Larry show, though, is you guys get to say what you want out there and nobody throws you out. And most of the time, I will respond to you guys. And I'll tell you what I think, no matter if you like it or I like it. I mean, it's nice to be truthful to people. Show people that not everybody's the exact same people. They're not. We are all completely different. I do kind of think Nick does have a kind of a point. I think we are going to start getting low on food around America because a lot of farmers are not growing. Well, Nate, you go on bed. I don't need you to stay up and miss work. Work's the most important thing there is. You go on and get you some rest, Nick. Nate, we appreciate you being here, buddy. Morning, Lawrence. There should be a couple more pull tabs over there, I thought.
I know, I see it some of them,
Yeah, I do think we're going to have a little shortage on food here in the next year. I think it's going to be a little while, but yeah, I do. I agree with Nick on that. There is going to be a food shortage. Good morning, fishing. Turn my overhead out, baby. That makes them see my wrinkles. That makes them they can see my wrinkles and see I am old. At least with half the lights out, they can't see how old I am or how ugly I am. Thank you. Morning, Cooper. Morning, City. Yeah, I know. You can see how ugly I am. Good morning, Green. Yes, dear.
You want to know what Alex tried to do?
What?
He tried to get my eggnog from me. I'm like, no.
Why didn't he just go up there and get his own shit?
I gave him two.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna drink all that. Me and Arnold ain't gonna drink all that, but he's not getting my last one.
Everyone's yelling good morning. They heard your voice.
Good morning, guys.
She says morning off. Was you gonna do breakfast before church, honey, or being Sunday, you just gonna let us fend for ourselves? Okay. I mean, really, fending for ourselves would probably be about the best, because then most of us will eat cereal and we can use some of that milk up. We got to use that milk quick. I mean, act like there's a cow out there and you need to drain it as fast as possible.
Arnold will
Anything that will use milk, make it. Cereal. If you have to stop at the dollar store and get some pudding packs, you know what I'm talking about, that you add the milk to, get some of them. I don't care. We have to use that milk up. That's 5 gallons laying there. We got to use it. 3 days, 4 days, maybe a week, it ain't going to be no good.
I know.
So let's use it as fast as we can.
Okay.
She says morning, everybody. Sorry, we were having our morning conversations.
Sorry,
You
guys.
know, with me doing these early shows, people, this is when me and my wife communicate and we talk and we figure out what's going on the day and what we got to do for the day. And yeah, milking the coffee works too. That's right, Bum.
That's what I do.
Well, people, the other day we ended up, there's a private school in Oneida. It's called Oneida Baptist Institute, and it's a private school. And they get a lot of food, and they're not going through it like that. So instead of it going bad, they'll set it out and call the community and let the community know that it's there to come and get it. And most of the community go up there to get it. Some of us go up there and grab for other people. And like if there's 80-year-old people that I know that can't get out and they could use that milk, I will take them and grab a couple gallons for them. But my wife ended up getting 5 gallons of milk, 2 gallons of eggnog, and probably about 100 bags of Doritos. The $1.25 bag Doritos, should I call them? Morning, Hallie. I was talking so much I didn't even see you come in there. I think my wife's about ready to have a kitty cat on the stick, people. She says her cats has never did that, and these cats do. I think maybe that's the way the owners had them the first time. Yeah, we try to, Holly. I mean, if there's anyone around here I know that can't get that food, I'll overload and I'll take them some. They're waking us up so early in the morning, Bum. They like to get up on your feet and when 4 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hey, it's time to get up." They don't just get on top of them and lay on them and go to sleep. No, they jump on them and play with them, and then your toe wiggles because they're messing with your foot, and then they think it's whatever, and they attack it.
Orangey does that. The gray one don't.
Yeah, the orange one's doing it. That's the one that's doing it to me too.
Yeah. I had one.
I bought toilet paper for my family when there was a shortage. That's it. Oh yeah, we bought some up too. We had, we still have a few rows going. I like to keep stocked in everything. Bum, I can't pronounce them. I'd have to yell for the wife to come in there. I call them Bitch and Bitch Junior.
That's a good. What? What did you want to
What's
know?
your cat's names?
The orange one's Polly.
The orange one's Polly.
And the gray one is Shadow.
The gray one is Shadow. I have 3, and they are alarm clocks that wake me up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Raccoon mad.
Usually when they wake me up, they want to eat.
Hey, Nick, I didn't mean to steal some of your people, buddy, but you were boring, so I had to get on this morning. I know I'm not a weekend person, but hey, why not? If y'all know, Nick was on. They always want to eat. Yeah. Yeah, so back to that. I was telling the wife this morning, I need her to use that milk up as soon as possible, as fast as possible. I don't want it to go bad, especially when milk's $5 a gallon or better. Milk keeps going up. We might have to buy a milking cow. I wish my wife could have spent some time with my grandmother. I mean, my wife's doing okay. She knows how to cook, because I've helped her learn a little bit. But now, grandma, she was a baker. She can make the fresh homemade bread. She jarred everything like tomatoes and peppers and corn and you name it. Grandma jarred it all up. Back in the modern days, they did do that. I know Millie, now Jim and Millie still does that, but she don't do it a lot anymore that they're getting up in age. She don't really, I mean, she's taking care of the family. She don't have time to take care of a garden too. And then all that work. We might end up going back to them situations, people. Are we going to go through another depression? I hope not. Where people are killing people for a loaf of bread. And I sit and think about what do we go through the most here? Bread, milk, eggs. Them are my three main kickers. When I go to the store, I have to at least pick one, if not all three of them up at the same time. Eat a lot of bread for sandwiches. The boys love eggs. Arnold gets up and he's got his own special recipe that I think home economics taught him or someone or something taught him. It wasn't me. But he cooked some eggs one day and he liked them and he usually cooks them 2, 3 times a week. Good morning, Tox Shadow. Yeah, no, I don't get on, but I seen Nick was on this morning and he was boring, so I just jumped over here. Figured I'd get on and say hi. Keep you guys from going nuts listening to Nick. I was rapping and raving last night. Y'all missed it. My lighter went dead and my wife was already asleep, so I couldn't find a lighter in the house. It'd be kind of weird trying to light a half of a painkiller on a toaster. Wife wakes up this morning, told her my lighter went dead, and she walked and got me another one. She didn't walk to the store, she walked to right where it was at because she knew. She's got a place for everything. Guys ain't talking much. Not to me or not even to each other. We all just still waking up. I got 7 viewers. I had 12 2 minutes ago. I must not be alive enough to keep y'all here yet. Some of you might like to listen to Nick. I mean, he's all right sometimes, people. I think if he finds things to talk about and he reads up, he should be able to talk about it. I mean, he sounds like he's a good talker, you know what I mean? And that's the main thing right there. Talking, being a good talker, talk a lot. You know, but you got to talk about something that, you know, people are going to want to talk about. You know, I know one thing I'd like to talk about right now, but there's only 7 of you on here, and probably not even 2 of you know anything about college football. So that would be kind of rude of me or mean of me to talk about college football when there's no one here to listen. But I do like what happened at the game. I'm sorry for TCU's mistake or problem yesterday, but they just might have put the Ohio State Buckeyes back into the playoffs. And their way I seen it early this morning, it's going to be a rematch. Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines for the second time this year. Michigan beat us already. We'll admit to it. They already beat us this year. It would be nice for us to play them again and we beat them. I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs yet or not. We won't know until tomorrow morning when they figure it all out. I figure everyone's listening and trying to get their coffees and everything because no one's talking to me. Well, rumor has it Vaughn's coming for his rent, Larry. He's bringing the sheriff and kicking ass and taking names. Yeah, well, tell him to come on over 4 acres and bring. He's gonna have to bring the sheriff. Yeah, he will definitely have to bring the sheriff. How do you think until Vaughn ruins it? How long do I think it'll take? Oh, he'll have it ruined by the first month and a half he's inside of it. Morning tonic, yes. Yeah, the sheriff knows who I am. They've been here. They know me very well. And so does the Kentucky State Highway Patrol. They know me very well. They've been here a few times. They don't bother me. Send them on. I ain't did nothing wrong. My slum landlord wants his rent. Tell him to take me to court. And that's the exact same thing I'll tell the sheriff's department. If my landlord, my slum lord, wants his rent, Take me to court because I want things done with my house. And if it's not being done, then I'm not paying my rent. No, J Dubs wouldn't want to dress up as sheriff around here. Funny how but he claims he's disabled and in poor health, yet he is going to go around with the sheriff cleaning house. Yeah, I agree with that, Chopper. And for him having poor health, people, he did the video. How many times did he walk through that house? His mother's. When he was doing that live video, I seen him walk through it at least 5 straight times. You notice every light in the house was on. Yeah, well, that's his problem right there, bum, because it don't work that way. I'm going to be laughing when the NAB him for selling his mother's country western records. He thinks talking inventions is just spotting stuff that he can sell. Yeah, he ain't gonna sell that shit. What makes his design better than any other person's designs? Not a damn thing. I'll put it clear as day, people. If Von Hilton's mind can think of it, Von Hilton's mind can do it, anybody can do it. Yeah. You know, we're going to hold you down and butch you. Ha ha. Hey, if you're going to do your milk and eggs this morning, that breakfast thing or whatever you do, you can do that. Well, that way we can use some of that milk up. Oh, yeah, it's all top dollar furniture, 4 acres. Especially the one in the main dining room, not the one that he's moving over the other side of the room, but the main one. As you notice, them chairs there, they all go to that table. I think that's like a 10 or 12 chair table. I think that was all up in Hamilton. I don't think that's there, Adam. I think all that was done up in Hamilton, Ohio. I ain't for sure. I've never heard of that. Oh, you got the same set. Okay, 4 acres. So, yeah, you know what we're talking about. he must have a really lot of friends since he needs all that space. He don't need that space, Chopper. He ain't got no friends. People within Christmas, by time Christmas comes around next year, everything that's around that area will all be going up for sale. The dining room tables, living room outfits, anything and everything that he can sell, he's going to sell. He's going to try to get you guys to give the top dollar for it. And it ain't worth all that, but I know I can get a couple $100 a piece for the bedroom outfits. I know I can get a couple $100 for that dining room table easily. Oh yeah, we know, Adam. It's going to be a wreck soon with all them dogs running through there. Well, I've already said it, and I'll say it clear as day. Vaughn, sorry to tell you, cuz your mom has passed away. She's gone. She's not here to save you no more. So the next time you mouth off to one of the neighbors or somebody, they're not going to say, oh, well, I better not because I don't want to hurt Alice's feelings. We love Alice and we don't want to hurt her. We can't hurt her no more. She might be able to see me from heaven, but guess what? I'll deal with it when I get up there. I'm just waiting for the person to do it. I don't know who's going to be doing it, when it's going to happen, or anything, James. Sooner or later, because I know the way you talk shit. I know the way you run your mouth. Someday, somewhere, someone's going to get you. You say you don't have to worry about the courts? I'll give you $1,000 to meet secular opinion, buddy. Let's start this up again. Now you ain't no court dates no more. Remember, you can't ruin nothing no more. How about you secular getting together, buddy? Or would you rather just go against me? You have a better chance with secular, I'm telling you. Because against me, you're definitely not winning. You might not even be surviving when I got done with you. Because I got so much anger for you because of the way you treated your mother. Your mother has saved your ass from getting whipped twice. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mommy ain't here to stop me no more. Run your mouth again. Yeah, she probably is now. But Adam, I've caught him out twice, right in front of Alice. And the only thing that saved him from taking an ass beating from me was Miss Alice. And he knows it. The only reason Ronnie Ray didn't break him in half, Aunt Alice. The only reason Uncle Jim ain't broke him in half, Aunt Alice. We respect Alice. That is our Jim's dad's sister. So that is his aunt. She's my great aunt. She's Ronnie Ray's great aunt. Yeah, he hid behind her apron a lot. Because we all had respect for her. Well, now that she's gone, we don't have to respect it no more.
I need the money if I'm leaving. I'm not leaving.
So you ain't leaving yet. The money's in the blue thing. I have a brother-in-law that I could have actually kill in my. Yes, exactly, Adams. Yep, exactly. Yeah, if something happened like that to me, you're more of a man than me, Mr. Adams, because I would snap. Because there is one thing more important to me than my Aunt Alice and my mommy and my daddy and my grandparents. Do you know what that is? My kids. I made them. I protect them until the day I die. Period. That's the way I am. These are my kids. Our kids. I am number one about my children. Oh, Big Mama's going to come in here. There's Big Mama.
My hair's sticking up.
Your hair's sticking up? That's okay.
I forgot to comb it.
Well, you ain't leaving for a couple more hours, so.
I know. Hi, people. I love you guys.
The only one that's talking to me is Adam. And see over here, right there,
Well,
where it says
you,
16?
Yeah.
That shows me 17. That shows me the 17 people's watching. The thumb up shows me 5 people. Thumbs up 6. Other words, they're telling me they like it. And that number over here is how long I've been on.
Okay.
I'm trying to show her what's going on, people.
I love you guys.
What you crazy kids up to? Yeah, my kids are up.
Our kids.
Our kids.
Don't forget that R. You know, my kids are
Yeah, good morning, all. Good morning, Brian.
Brian.
No, not our cousin Brian.
Well, okay, but I know that wasn't our Brian. He's probably sleeping. He probably has to work today. Can you get away, please? I mean, she told me if I'm having problems with my throat, honey and tea. Or
yeah, with Jack Daniels too.
No, she didn't say Jack Daniels.
I told you what to help your throat, baby.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that. You're nasty.
No, I'm not. I'm just being honest.
I know, but
You gotta coat your throat real good. She making herself breakfast.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know you yesterday you were talking about making pancakes and eggs this morning with sausage patties, so I didn't know if you were going to or not.
I was, but
You forgot it was church day?
Yeah. One's watching me and one's watching Arnold.
Yeah. There, my thumbs just shot up. 15 people watching, 10 thumbs up.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach the wife how to use the YouTuber. I'm trying to teach the wife how to use Facebook. You know, that way our kid's gone to college and she wants to talk to him. She can call him on Messenger. And she can talk to him.
He'll probably say, Mom, I'm busy. I'll call you later.
Yeah, like you did all last month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it out with him yesterday, day before yesterday when he got home. Told him, man, you can't do that stuff to me. I called him. He's like, I'm busy, Dad. I'll call you right back. 6 days later, he finally decides, oh, I was busy.
I thought you was going to call me. or something. Something like that. How much money you want me to take?
I agree, Adam. I agree there too with you, buddy.
My baby orgy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it matters what you're getting, dear. You want to get me some more cigarettes, or are you just aiming for the lighters? Do we need any food? We okay on pop?
Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, we got.
I mean, I knew we should be good on food, but I mean, I didn't know if you might be running low on bread or something.
Yeah,
Maybe you stop at the dollar store on your way home or something. I don't know. I don't know how many stops you're allowed or what you guys do or whatever.
It's yeah. She'll stop anywhere. It's not Deb. Um, it's Mildred. Well, she'll
Oh,
stop anywhere.
Adam, he's right at the age that you want to spend time with him and start teaching him things and showing him things and yeah, just having fun and enjoying it. I remember when mine were that age. My baby will turn 18 years old this coming year. He is only within 5 months of becoming an 18-year-old boy. You too, Adam. You have a good day, buddy.
Don't hurt me, kitty. I don't like them claws.
Good morning, Conrad. I'll just call you TV. Is that all right? I'll just call you TV because I've never seen your name before and I wouldn't even want to try to read it. I bet you that was fun, Adams. Adam.
Arnold don't want his hair cut.
I don't even know what you mean by that, TV. Something is a bacon.
Shake and bake. What?
What about shake and bake?
No, I don't know. I just said shake and bake.
Yeah, I know what you said. I mean, you got God money?
No, I gave all of it to you.
Well, you still ain't making sense to me, TV. I don't know, whatever. If you think somebody's baking, then he's baking. Yeah, Adam. Okay, thank you, Shay. For a minute, I thought it was me. You know, you got to remember, I'm only a ninth grader. If you don't put regular words, then I have no idea what you're putting there, TV. I can read the word. It says is a bacon. What is DECCA? I don't know what that word is. And then you put Dickie is a bacon. Well, I don't know no Dickie. Unless you're talking about my Uncle Dickie. And yeah, he is a bacon. No, no updates on him lately. You know he lost his kids though, 87. It's a name for who, TV? Dickie is a bacon? Is a name? Never heard of him. Ain't seen him in here. This is the Big Larry Show. Usually a Monday through Friday, but I do specials on Saturdays and Sundays, it seems like nowadays. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I've never heard of him or anything. Cigarettes.
How many lighters do you want me to get?
I'm thinking two. Both Bics. They have to be a Bic. Don't get me them clear looking nasty things because they will try to sell them to you. And they'll say, oh, they're 50 cents and the Bics are $1.39. I don't care. I want Bics. They last. At least one. That's in case you can think of anything else we might need.
Okay.
And you get the lighters out of that too.
Okay.
So if you want to go to the dollar store, if you think we're low on something or whatever, or you can stop at the carryout when you get the cigarettes and lighter from there. You know what I mean? And get a loaf of bread if you think we need it.
Okay.
You know what we're having for dinner?
Me and Larry, we haven't figured it out yet, but whatever he wants, I'll probably make. If it's
If we got it,
yeah.
well, we got hamburger laid out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's all I need to know. There's hamburger laid out, so something with hamburger. You want to put this back, babe? I think I'm gonna watch some football games today, people. See, I'm reading. He's a big bear, knuckling bacon, bounce from the UK.
Yes.
Yep, never heard of them. Never, don't know. I'm just Big Larry here, over here in the USA, state of Kentucky,
I'll put it over there where you can reach it.
in the Appalachian Mountains. I think they pronounce it that way. So you must be from UK, right there, TV? Yeah, I don't know much about the UK. I know not much about the UK at all. Someone says UK to me, I usually think University of Kentucky. But because I'm on YouTube, UK can stand for, the country too. So that's pretty cool. I like talking to people over there as long as we kind of understand each other. Yeah, I bet you guys do know a lot about us. Bunch of nutty, crazy people. We got some good people too. Don't put me wrong. The whole United States ain't crazy. There are some good ones.
Where's your ID?
Just sit on my box
I'll put it in it, okay?
or in it. Yeah. Good afternoon.
And I'll put your.
To me, we're still in the morning hour, but I'll say good afternoon to you because it could be afternoon to you.
I'll put your thing in here too.
How's it going, Odd? Yeah.
She says she's gonna call.
Really, I wasn't even going to go live today, people, but I seen a few of my friends on there watching the Nick show, and I had to save y'all. I had to get on live. That way you guys didn't get stuck watching Nick. Nothing against you, Nick. I mean, let's get something interesting to listen to, and you'll keep me over there watching you instead of going over and starting my own show. Because me, I can get on here and talk about anything all day long. I don't care. I can get away with it. Larry, have you got PayPal? No, I do not, TV. Nope. Nope, I don't send money and I don't receive money. Nope, no Cash App neither. I don't receive money and I don't send money. If somebody wants to give me money for this show that I do or getting on here talking and you want to donate to me, I'll tell you like I tell everybody. Go to your closest restaurant, order me the number one meal. I like Pepsi or Dr. Pepper or something like that. Get your order, set it next to you, drive down the street, see a homeless person walking, and hand it to them. I'm doing good. I don't need no help with nothing. I got a roof over my head, I got food in my mouth, and I have God on my side. So that's all I need. And a good wife. I got one of them too. I got a bunch of boys. Do I wish they all become something? Yes. Do I wish they would accomplish more in life at the age they are? Yeah, I do. But they're trying, they're doing it. I mean, I can't say nothing about Junior. Junior is all that. I mean, he's already got his second year of college almost done. 2 more years of college and he graduates. He'll have a real job. He'll make more money in 1 month than I thought about making for half the year. Yeah, there it is. I'm sorry, people. I know I need to keep. I got to keep an eye on the. I'm live, so I can't watch my football stuff going on. Well, that's the way I. That's the way I am. I just, TV. I don't know if you've ever heard of Secular. He's brought me on here. He literally didn't give me the platform. I just kind of took a platform, but he introduced me to YouTubers because my cousin gets on here and runs his mouth and talks a lot of shit, and they were calling him out on it. So I went on live and I tried to call my cousin out. He wouldn't come out. Blah blah blah. Long story short, wife bought me a laptop. I started going live YouTubing myself, and I've been doing it for about a month now. We get on every day, usually early every day. In my book, early 6 in the morning on a Kentucky day, and we talk about anything. Anything you want to talk about, write it down there. I'll read it out, and I got a lot of friends here. They'll say something. I'll think something. I got a friend, Todd. He comes in here and he'll try to tell you what the right way is or what he knows. I mean, it's just like a little community getting together and talking every morning. A bunch of friends getting together. That's the way I look at it. As you noticed, today was called the Big Larry Show. Usually Monday through Friday, it's Big Larry Wake and Bake. It's a big thing over here right now. Oh, I must have missed something. Let me go back here. I do like to help out when I can. God bless you. It's crazy, all their call outs. It's a big thing over here just now. There's a call out on what? I don't understand that, TV. Oh, okay. Yeah, I usually get on in the mornings, every morning. I have no problems getting on. Like I said, I got a few people that all get together. We about 20 or 30 of us to get on here and just sit and talk about anything from college football to pro football to money. I've showed money that I've got, like what American money looks like. I'd like to know what the UK monies look like. I'd like to know other people's money looks like. You know what I mean? I've never seen none of that stuff. I've always lived in the United States of America. I've never even lived on the West Coast. I've been on the East Coast of the United States all my life. All the way from Michigan, all the way to the Florida Keys. Yeah, and see, you guys call it a pound. We call them dollars. You know, we talk about stuff like that on here. Because I don't know stuff like that. I mean, I'm only a ninth grader. I went to ninth grade. I was 16 years old. I started running away. I found myself a job, got my own apartment, started life at 16. I quit school. Got caught as a runaway, lost my apartment, lost my job. They put me in a children's home and I ran away again. To keep me home, they're gonna have to fucking cage me. Yeah, I'll have to look at it, TV. You know, it's a couple months ago. Oh, I'd say about 3, 4 months ago. We found a 1917 penny. And I thought that was pretty cool. That penny's 105 years old. Somewhere in that area. My brain's not thinking this morning. It's Sunday. It don't have to work. No, it wasn't a UK penny. It was one of the wheat back pennies for the United States. I don't even know what your guys' pennies look like in the UK. I don't even know what your money looks like in UK. I've never seen UK money. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, ours are copper. Or no, I don't think the 1917 was copper. I think it was made with something else. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, ours goes by $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100. You know, and is 1 pound equal to the dollar? Or do you guys get more for your pound than our dollar? Because I know, like in Canada, I've been to Canada, and a dollar was only like 87 cents in Canada or something like that. So, in other words, the US dollar was worth more in the US than it is Canada. We are getting. You mean right now, not just now. Good morning, Cat. That's okay, TV. I'll get used to you. I'll kind of have to look at it and say it out to myself before I read it. Morning, Marshall. Yeah, I don't usually do Sundays. Most of these people will tell you Larry don't do Sundays. But last Sunday I did, and I'm doing it again today. I got on earlier, Marshall. I seen Nick was on. He didn't interest me, so I was bored, so I opened up. Figured I'd go live, save you guys from listening to Nick. But then y'all just come over here and listen to me, but Nick Bravo. I know you know who he is, Solar Marshall. And if you tell me you don't, then I'm going to tell you you ain't Solar Marshall. Sorry. Hell, I thought you knew him. Or seen him around, of course. I mean, you don't know him. Yeah. Well, that's why I don't watch. That's why I turned around and came on here. I was going to see who was putting out something, and Nick was on. I watched 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I left. Said, here, let me go over here and talk to some friends today. Because to me, that's what this is. This is a friends room. My friends come here and we all talk and say good morning to each other. And we got something to say. We talk to people. The more friends in here, the better for me. Ran myself into a problem last night, Marshall. My lighter went dead. And that sucks not having a lighter. Yeah, can you imagine me trying to light one of my painkillers with the toaster? Yeah, my wife's picking me up 2 of them today. Thanks anyways, Marshall. I usually buy 2 Bics like every other month. They usually last me about a month and a half. No, my beard ain't on fire. But I'm using a blowtorch here. I don't like them see-through ones. They're no good at all. They fall apart and run out real quick. I buy them Bics, and they go for about a month and a half. You know, if I ever got lost or ever trapped in the woods, there's 3 things I want on me: a knife, a gun, and a lighter. The gun you can kill with, the knife you can clean your food with, and that lighter makes sure you stay warm at night. Yeah, like the wife said, until it runs out. But, you know, hopefully you get caught out there with a new lighter and not a dead lighter, like I did last night with the dead lighter. Yeah, bet you that didn't turn out too good, did it, Tom? No, that's pretty good, Cat. If you can get 5 of them to last you a half a year, that's that. Yeah, that's about right. About a month a year, month a piece. Month, just a little over a month. Gotta learn to make a prison lighter. No, I ain't, Nick. There ain't no prison for me.
How in the hell do you make a prison lighter?
I don't know, honey. Yeah, got my smoke. Well, enjoy it, Marshall.
Is Kitty on yet, or she probably gets to sleep on?
Yep, you enjoy it. That's. Oh, there's a few people playing. Today's the pros. Today's not college. Today's the pros. Yeah, I figured. I knew that already, Cat. Are the Steelers playing? I don't know. I really ain't looked. It's talking about everything right now, but I ain't really watched that. That's good, Tom. Okay, okay. I like that upset yesterday. With them losing yesterday, Ohio State might be in the playoffs. And I literally thought we were getting knocked out when Michigan beat us. Yes, it was, Darren. That ain't the one I was talking about, though. But that was a pretty good game. Yeah, yeah, you got that soccer world tournament going over there, Tom. Yeah, they're probably broadcasting that on most of your channels. They get it on our channel, one or two of the channels. But when football's on, they got the football going. That don't surprise me at all, Cotton. They're not saying nothing about football yet. Yep. Yeah, we always in the United States, we always got some kind of sport going. If it ain't football, it's basketball, baseball, NASCAR racing. Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. I've been watching something else. Yeah, I didn't even say that. I'm sorry, Tom. Hockey. It kind of works out for me the way it works. I mean, I like the college footballs, I like the pro footballs. I definitely like NASCAR. Some people say they don't know what I get out of it. I mean, I just like to see these guys go around the track at 200 miles an hour. Yeah, no, Michigan ain't lost yet, neither, Cotton. Or did Michigan lose yesterday? Don't make me look it up. Formula One. Is that where them cars are like open wheels? You watch the Indy 500 any, Larry? In the NASCAR cars or the cars that's got the wheels in the wide open? Yes, Tom. I've been to 3 of them live. Michigan International Speedway. Honestly, it probably been 19. I don't know. Danica Patrick was still racing there. AJ Floyd was there. They had a lot of good racers there. Okay. Yeah, but I watched NASCAR through the whole summer, and then you got football starts up. And then, football is usually over what, the end of January somewhere? All your football's done. Sometimes I've seen it go to February once. And then at the end of February, NASCAR starts back up. Yeah, Michigan did win yesterday, Darren says. Yeah, they have not lost one yet, neither, Darren. We're waiting to see what the shakeup is. Is Ohio State going to be in one of the playoff spots now? Since TCU lost yesterday? Or are they still going to rank TCU higher than Ohio State? Honestly, I see Ohio State going above them. Do you guys watch Rally any? You talking about rally cars? Anything about driving around a track, I'm usually trying to watch. If it's a dirt track or I've also been stuck and watched motorcycles on dirt tracks. Mm. Yes, they did, Darren. See, and that's what hurt. I know they lost, but Ohio State has a loss too. But now they're going to look at it and see who has the better seat. Well, they do, and that's what I'm saying. They do, but so does Ohio State. The only person Ohio State lost to was the number ranked 3 team of Michigan, and we are ranked number 2. So, yeah, exactly. Alabama and Ohio won in too. Me personally, I would love to have a rematch. To be familiar and be honest, I would love a rematch with Michigan. And if Ohio State loses, I think I'll get rid of everything Ohio State's got in my house. And I'd have to send that coach in the Ohio State Stadium a letter. Alabama has 2 losses. See, now that might hurt them on getting in, though. The Big Ten winner was Michigan. I don't know. I don't know how they work all that. All I know is we will find out tomorrow. I don't think if they got 2 losses, I don't see how they could get in. And that's what I'm thinking too, Robbie. At least I'm hoping. And I hope it's against Michigan. And we better win. To all Ohio State players, please. What is you guys thinking? They beat us last year. They beat us this year. You better not let them beat you again. Are you guys trying to aim for the record of the worst players in Ohio State Stadium? And Ohio State's never played this bad like that. I know you gotta switch men and this and that, but I just hate losing to Michigan. I don't care if we lose to all the teams. I don't want to lose to Michigan. That's our biggest rivals. Yeah, it should be Georgia Lazy Sunday. Some Michigan, TCU, and Ohio State. Mine are so small on my cellular phone, I can't even push them. My fingers are too big. That's why I'm glad I got a laptop. Close to adult cam girl sites you got going on in the background, Robbie. It's doing good, Christy. Yeah, I see that. They're changing it all up. But why are they making it in 2024? Why don't they do it in 2023?
Clouds will continue to break apart as we settle further on into our morning hours. By 11 a.m., most of this cloud cover continues to make its way further towards the south. We'll continue to stay under those clear skies as we head into the later parts of our afternoon between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Expect plenty of quiet conditions, just a very chilly afternoon for us. Temperatures today both
Sunday NFL countdown. Just starting. Larry, you should congratulations on. Oh, I already did, Robbie. I did that the day it happened. I've been all on top of that, buddy. Guys, I'm going to white you out for a minute because I need to roll over. Honey, will you grab me a hairbrush? Okay. I got a cramp in my leg. It ain't your fault. I think it's where the way the blankets are all curled up in a ball. I know it ain't your fault. It's the way I sleep. You know, I don't know what else to do. That's just the way I sleep. You know, I thought about if we move, we need a bedroom that'll hold 3 king beds, huh? Well, you might be able to sleep with me then. Well, you don't want to. Well, college playoffs. Tell me about it. Come on. Show us who it is. Do we all know yet? I thought they were going to talk college. What in the... I want to take this hat off, what I'm doing. And I can imagine what my hair looks like. I want to look halfway decent. I don't look like a... Does that look bad?
No.
Or should I put the hat back on?
I would put the hat back on.
That bad, baby?
Put the hat back on.
Thanks, honey. I need to get up and shave my head today, baby.
It seems like so does Larry.
Yeah, he does want you to cut it.
You can leave it there. So if you take your hat off later, you can comb your hair.
Hell, I forgot all about the camera. Shows you I'm half awake.
She said she was gonna call before
Sorry,
lunch,
people.
right?
They said they were going to call, yes. Because you're going to probably walk down to Viola's
Right.
for the old lady,
Her name is Mildred.
Mildred.
No, that's okay. I do that too sometimes. I forget her name. And I have to think.
Let's see what I miss. He claims gods are going to kill us with the crazy madman. Well, we all have.
Why am I showing you a defensive lineman? Why? Because Nick Bosa is amazing. They got two positives. Both their tackles are doubtful for this game. I don't know about it, but that guy right there's got speed. He's got speed in the quarterback. Watch out, awesome game. Man, who day nation, I hope y'all ready. Man, what if I told you the AFC Championship rematch going down today? Hell, we won't. What if I told you Jamar Chase was going out for a few days, but he's back for this game?
Yep, and I agree to every one of you there.
It's going down at 4:25 today in Cincinnati, Ohio. 150 yards, averaging 2 touchdowns. I cannot wait to see it. Joe Burrow, are you ready? Who they? The Chiefs better be ready.
Yeah, we'll be coming into the playoffs here for the NFL.
We're looking to talk about Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins as we should, but don't forget about our wide receiver on the other side named Garrett Wilson. Look for him in the middle of the field today. Mike White is going to get a lot of attention, but don't forget about number 1-7, doing it all the time, all year. Finally, we're finding him with the football. Good matchup for 2 different wide receivers today. Well done, Hassan. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Eagles right here. The return of A.J. Brown, Tennessee Titans. We all know how good he was for Mike Vrabel in that offense. Catch and run, tough guy, yards after catch, all of that stuff. And he's bringing.
You know, personally, guys, I honestly, how can I say this?
He's doing everything for this team. Does he have a little payback today? All right.
I think it was Chris. Oh, Christy Frost. Laser pointer. I do really think they will go back there when they turn 18. If there's a place, if they can find them. If they can find him. Because I don't personally think he'll have that property within. Well, the Otis is about ready to turn 13, so that's 5 years. I literally don't think Stinky will even own the property in 5 years. He's going to run out of money. Money don't last long to Vaughn when he goes and blows $500-600 on lottery tickets. He buys stuff that he don't need, that don't make no money.
Coming up is Separation Sunday. Before Mike McDaniel faces his former boss, Kyle Shanahan.
Me personally, I'd be taking every penny of it and putting it in them houses and getting them livable for I could rent them out. Think about it. Good morning, Isabella. His smartest thing is to take every penny, pay the bills up to date, take every penny and put it into the house and get somebody living in it. And the best one to rent would be his own mother's house, the one he's talking about moving into, the one he's going to destroy.
Call from Hofner KY.
Leave your name and number. We'll get back with you.
Here's the Vaughn's Gods.
Hi, this is Amber with the Medicare Department of Healthcare Manager. How are you today?
That's the Vaughn's Gods.
I really feel the warmth. I wish this night would last forever.
I'll get him on.
M&M's are all one kind. The double quarter pounder with cheese, fresh off the grill, cooked when I order it, and not a moment before. And juicy. Hey, listen, keep my napkin game.
Yep, exactly.
This trip on my trip.
You're right, Mag. He does not have no idea how to manage money. Oh, I've been packed and ready to go, Maggie.
On Etsy, there's all kinds for you to find for the whole family. Ain't just for mom, dad, and baby too. All kinds of gifts for all kinds of budgets. Etsy has it.
There's anyone here who knows why they should not be joined?
Be sure.
Yep. Well, I gave him about, I would say about a year and a month or so. Like I said, Christmas the next year, when property taxes are due again.
It's college football with AT&T 5G. It's never too much.
What's the score?
You're looking very handsome, Tyler. Very tall.
AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
Famous bowls are only $5. That's a lot of cash and all this stuff. Crispy, creamy, plus there's gravy. That's the KFC. I had enough. Get yourself a $5 KFC Famous Bowl in classic or spicy. Oh, hey there, darling, let's count on you. The road is long and I'm scared whatever I find. I'll be safe waiting by my side. Now that I'm begging, taking stride, I know. You hold
Yeah.
me up, so I can fly.
What if you were a trendy apparel company facing an avalanche of demand?
If he don't, Nick, he loses everything before the year's over, probably.
Your IT infrastructure with AI. Now your systems launch themselves. What used to take hours takes minutes. And you have an e-commerce platform designed to
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chopper. Look how quick that 30,000 went. This is just a little above that.
IBM. Let's create.
Yeah, I can imagine the party we are going to have, Maggie. Because there's a whole new wheel, Christian Frost. That's good. That makes it better for the Frost family. We wanted out of it. We don't care what happens to that property. I mean, I wanted his kids to get it. But I'm not going to fight and argue and scream and holler. His kids are going to find out what kind of piece of trash their father really was.
Sunday NFL Countdown is presented by Snickers. Maybe you just need a Snickers.
I get a call at 10:30.
Yeah, it gets us free from the bullshit.
And he said, Johnny, I just talked to my dad. We're moving. I said, Phoenix? And then there's a long pause. He said, no, Indy. But listen, you can't tell anybody.
But he does have to have it all wrote down on a piece of paper. And honestly, it's more than one piece of paper. There's 3 or 4 papers it took to list everything that she owns, and he has to do that. No, none of it was his. It was all his mom's. But he's going to lose it all. I mean, within 2 years, everything will be gone. He'll be up under a bridge somewhere or whatever. Well, it's coming, Shade. It's coming. It's going to take a little time.
Things that we'd love to see Zach accomplish over the course of.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever he's doing is the most important. That's why he lost his wife. That's why he lost his kids.
Great day up this week, and when we feel like Zach is ready to roll, he's going to roll.
My wife actually looked at
first saw her, she goes, "Who are you?" Whoa, who are you?
Who is he? He's can you say it, Rex? It sounds
He
like
probably
a
would
director.
get committed.
Future wife is what up there.
Something, I don't know what that stands for. How about this? He got the shirt treatment after one game. Matthew Hasselbeck, make this make sense.
Stinky has put it all on himself, people. You guys ain't doing it. No one else is doing it.
It is this week, and it certainly was last week. And listen, you guys kind of killed me last week. You guys were like, oh, don't turn the ball over. You know, your defense is so good.
You said let it go.
What do you call falling off there? I might take that $20 bet, Mag.
Like, that's part of it, right?
Because I don't think he's ever going to go to the doctors to have it fall off. I think the disease is going to work up his heart, his lungs, and the rest through his body.
Play action. This is the second quarter. Play the tape in the first quarter. But then cut it loose, let it rip. Throw with confidence, throw with conviction. Go post throw. Get it up. This is what I'm talking about. Up over the D lineman in your face. Up over the linebackers that are underneath.
So, Lord, that he's too scared to lose friendship with Vaughn if he calls him out, which would happen by who cares a friend with Vaughn. A person is often much like who he or she calls friends. Nick, geek out. Please leave Solar. Marshall, if that's the one you're talking about, alone. I like Solar Marshall. He's a friend of mine. He does get his wooden pennies from me. That means he works for me. If he wants to be friends with Vaughn, I don't care. You know, but think about it really, between me and you, Nick, I'm not fighting with you, of course. We want him to, he's the one that's throwing the wood into the fire for us. Watch some of them that he watches. I've watched them. I've seen every one. He's adding wood in there. He's getting that fire going a little stronger. I've heard him tell Vaughn. Personally, I'm surprised Vaughn hasn't thrown him out yet. I'm surprised that Vaughn still even invites him because he sees him in my channels too. But Vaughn needs friends. He ain't got nobody but J-Dub.
Everything's talking about Mike White has nothing to do with Mike White. It's everything about their defense. The Jets' defense is the best defense they've had in 15 years, 20 years, whatever. Like, it's a phenomenal defense. And I expect this team to win this game today. I don't care they're traveling to a 9-2 team. Man, the truth is this defense is legit. Mike White, go ahead and do your thing for another week or two. But don't.
You're discounting Mike White. Like, you just.
Well, you kind of see what I'm saying, Nick. If you really look at it, I think Solar helps. Solar was undercover for the Fun Brigade. I know I didn't say it right, Maggie, but thank you. I like him out in the fire. I want to hear Stinky run his mouth. Remember, 70% of it is about me. I'm the man that was supposed to kill his mother. I'm the one that let his mom get that shot. I'm the one that stole the money to send my college kid to college off his mommy's money. I stole his dad's $2 million inheritance.
That he's talking about, lower body fix that they're talking about that he has to do, and humble himself basically. When does he get another chance? Sam, do you think he ever gets another chance?
No, I think it's over. I know it sounds dramatic, but I think Mike White gets one in New York. I think he's going to get a chance to start somewhere else with a team that needs a quarterback next year.
Oh, I also murdered 2 women.
I think the problem for Zach is that not only did he play poorly, it's only
And I'm a sixth grader. Yeah, thank you, Tom. I forgot about them.
I think this is more like a Josh Rosen situation where this guy lost the locker room and maybe never had it. And when you see a team rally around a backup quarterback like they have Mike White, where they're making sure
Yeah.
the guy. Did you hear his teammates talking about him this week after beating the Bears? Which it was not like they won a Super Bowl. They were talking about this guy. Okay, but then how do you bring him back into that locker room as a starter? How do you explain that to him?
Well, you know, he tells everybody he got the $2 million from his dad and drove all through Kentucky with it. A year and a half, 2 years later, I stowed his dad's $2 million.
Feels something inside, like upset and pissed off that he's on the bench, that it's my turn to play. You got to get that emotion out of
People, his dad barely made $200 a week. Where'd his daddy get $2 million? Tell me.
Now, look, last year, Mike White had an opportunity to play, played great one game, but he also threw 8 interceptions in when you combined the 2 games last year. So who's the real Mike White? I don't know. But I know one thing: the New York Jet defense is real. Real quick, man. This is not y'all. I agree with you last week. Talk about cutting it loose, but last week, my memory, I got a pretty good memory. There's one word.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's Tom. His guys must be dreaming to him or telling him to tell these stories or some shit. Robbie, that was pretty good back then. $200 a week back then, that was really good. That was rich money.
What he needs out of his quarterback, and then his quarterback comes out here in these bad conditions and delivers. Yes, the Bears defense is not what we expected it to be.
You know, you got to remember, this is like they're making $1.50, $2 an hour stuff.
Touchdowns in a big game with these crazy conditions. I'm anxious to see what this Jets offense is going to look like today in Minnesota without with the inside the dome. Yep.
Randy, real quick, you're Garrett Wilson, and you're playing receiver on this team. Would you rather have Mike White or Zach Wilson?
Man, hands down, give me Mike White because if you look over the last, look at the season that he's having, but if you look at last week, Garrett Wilson as a rookie.
It's me flat out lying.
Going from Zach Wilson, then going to Mike White. That was some bad conditions out there.
That's my point. That's my point, Kenny.
He could struggle mightily this week.
Nowadays, Robbie, no, 200. I can go out and eat dinner on $200 in one night if you want to eat like that. There's a restaurant out there right now. Me and the wife can go to dinner that it would cost me the whole $200 and then some.
Later in the show. For now, though, let's get to Rex's Caesars Sportsbook Emperor Board. Which wide receiver will have the most yards today, Rex?
Well, first off, I got to tell the fans, my Caesars Emperor Board pick.
Well, you figure it had to be in the 1950s. Easy, Christy. Christian Frost. I'll just call you Frost. Or Chris.
I'm going to take a moderate St. Brown right here. That's the proof right there, Drew. He's going to have a huge day receiving. This guy right here, you talk about legit, this man's legit. Yes, he is.
I like how Rex always gives a recap of last week. Good or bad? You're gonna give a recap. All right, let's send it over to Chesty. What's coming up, Adam?
All right, Sam, another chapter will be added to one of the longest rivalries in the NFL today between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears, but with both starting quarterbacks nursing injuries, find out who'll be under center coming up. And as Joe Burrow and the Bengals take on Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs in an AFC Championship rematch, while the KCDBs are feeling confident in their rematch with the Bengals wide receiver.
They're going to have him back.
$75 a person for buffet. Yeah, well, yeah, I believe that. I really do. There are some restaurants like that. Good morning, not sure.
Call from Nancy KY. Call from Nancy KY.
Leave your name and number. We'll get back with you.
Ram
It was on TV, honey.
Ram Ranch.
It was on TV, hon.
I don't know if I've seen that before. My wife, she likes that hot dog song.
You found it yet? No. You're talking to a machine.
No, it says soccer law, not football law.
You ever argue with soccer law? Go ahead, tell 'em.
No matter what you call it, don't forget the chips. Chris,
Remember when you were a kid and you thought $100 was big money? Apply that to Vaughn.
Because Domino's is now delivering pizza with new electric vehicles.
Yeah, Frost.
With over 100 EVs on the road today and hundreds more to come. It's good for pizza delivery and better for the planet. It is. I'm great.
Hi, Phil Swift.
Okay.
This is Flex Super Glue. Now you can fix your coffee cup or that pitcher of iced tea. It can mend a ceramic plate or your jewelry box, see? You can repair your pocketbook or your child's favorite toy.
She usually don't show up till about 1:45, hon.
Or stick those numbers by the front door. And what's truly amazing, our Flex Super Glue is so strong that just one drop, one single drop.
Oh, I remember that, Maggie. Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've heard it.
That one single drop
Once you said it that way, I know exactly where you're talking about. Yeah.
for 3 tons. Forget those old super glues. Get the new Flex Super Glue. Because it works.
Are you ready for football to get down?
I'm ready.
Call from staff with
Are you making plans for football?
Okay, I'll have to
call from
watch more.
staff with
And brushing up on your Spanish? Are you standing up, breaking down, and staying hyped for football? Good. Then you're ready.
Can you hear me?
Seems like things are very complicated these days. Are you sure you're doing that right? That's why Spectrum Mobile makes mobile easy with unlimited data and nationwide 5G for $29.99 a month per line. So no added taxes, no hidden fees.
Yeah, I knew what you meant, Robbie.
$29.99. It's simple. Just a coffee.
Decaf, half caf, cloud roasted.
I'll just do a water then.
Artisanal water, spring water, babbling brook.
One simple. Get unlimited data and nationwide 5G for $29.99. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
There's no hope. But I've got to escape. Every sound, every movement is closing in. This dead moon. It's not done. Just one thing to do. Survive.
Trying to figure out what I did with my meds.
Welcome back to Sunday NFL Countdown presented by Snickers.
Later in Houston, the 4-7 Browns face the 1-win Texans.
Browns and Texans.
Football, but all eyes on NRG Stadium today, where their former first-round draft pick in 2017.
Looks like the Browns should win that one.
It's been 700 days since we've seen Deshaun Watson play in a regular season game. You have to go back to January 3rd of 2021 against the Tennessee Titans.
Have a good day, Maggie.
They came up short to Ryan Tannehill as they won the AFC South on a last-second field goal by Sam Sloman. A lot has happened since then, so to recap it all, let's bring in Morton Adams. Guys, what can you tell us?
Well, Sam, Deshaun Watson's return today is the latest step in a chain of events that dates back to March.
Because no one really sees him, Brett, except what we see on the computer, because he don't go out of his house. He don't leave his house. This year has been the most he's been out of his house in 30 years.
In March 2022, two grand juries declined to bring criminal charges against Watson, who has since agreed to
He's been stuck in that. Well, not stuck. I mean, he can go anywhere he wants, but he wouldn't go nowhere. He didn't have to. Mommy was buying food. Mommy was paying the bills. He didn't have nothing to do. So he stayed there and play on them computers all day.
Amid criticism for the decision, agreed to increase it to 11 games and a $5 million fine. And now, having met the conditions of his reinstatement, Watson is set to make his Browns debut today against his former team in Houston.
And Browns owner Jimmy Haslam did not
Yeah.
operate in a vacuum on this one in terms of bringing Watson on board. His wife Dee Haslam is a very active co-owner.
Yeah, now that he's a vampire, though, he should be able to get out in the sun a little bit. You know, I remember when he was saying he was a vampire. And I kept thinking to myself, boy, I need to make everything I can with garlic. I take something over to his mother's house, make sure I'm putting a lot of garlic in it. And we did. When we took her spaghetti and meatballs, it had garlic in it. We took chili, it had garlic in it.
And Deshaun Watson spoke this past week for the first time in months, and he declined to address his treatment. Now, one source connected to it said he believes that Watson has shown signs of progress, but Watson declined to address it during the press conference, and I was told that a clinician told him that he shouldn't comment.
Honey, if you want, you can turn this.
I'm waiting for my ride.
Well, you got almost over an hour before your ride gets here. So if you want to find something on, I know you don't like listening to football. And I know you don't got Larry's TV no more because Larry's home. So yep, exactly, Robbie.
Can I throw this way?
Yeah.
I need the room for your coffee.
Yeah.
When I first heard the early accusations, I'll admit I didn't believe it. I've known Deshaun Watson since his freshman year at Clemson, hugged his mom, interviewed him many times, and considered him a friend. I've only personally experienced him as kind, humble, and loving. And if I kept a list of players least likely to do something terrible, he would have been at the top. But as is always the case,
I don't think he'd go outside, Frost.
irrelevant because I have absolutely no clue what this man has done in private.
I think he's scared of the outside. He's afraid he's going to look at someone wrong or say something wrong and he's going to get clocked. Yeah, we live in a very small town too. Smaller than what they say Manchester is, because I personally don't live in Manchester. When mail comes to me, it don't say Manchester on my mailbox.
He has not been convicted of anything, and he vehemently maintains his innocence. But he also apologized to the women he impacted.
In my town respects him? Hell no. No way, Baby Jane.
Baby Jane. Hi, Baby Jane. You stay out there coffee. You too.
Unfortunately, we probably won't ever.
Yeah, that is definitely a big laugh. Everybody in my town don't like him, and everybody in his town don't like him. She said hi, April. And threw you 3 hearts.
Okay, I'll take it.
Never? Maybe he should ask around. He won't have to look far to find a group that begs to differ.
Yeah, because I think my population was only like 43 people in Oneida.
Sam, as you mentioned, Deshaun Watson may face a potentially hostile environment today here in Houston, the city that's not only the origin of his NFL legacy, but also the epicenter of his legal troubles. I was on the ground in Cleveland all week, and the one thing that was glaringly absent was truth.
Okay, Brett.
Watson is beyond football, but also the work he's done behind the scenes on himself over the past 3 months. And while there still are questions field, there also are questions of who he'll be on the field. Even Watson isn't sure how he'll look in his first game back, the new head coach, new teammates.
Yeah, he's in the stink zone over there.
Except by his backup, Jacoby Brissett. But Sam, I can tell you, players were raving about Watson, the playmaker. They highlighted his confidence, his command, his accuracy, and as Amari Cooper said, his ability to make something out of nothing when a play breaks down. But when I talked to head coach Kevin Stefanski about what he's told Watson,
if y'all look at the map, when you look up Oneida,
he said, my message to Deshaun is
right there in Oneida, it splits. One part of it belongs to Manchester, and the rest of it is Oneida. Oneida is a very small city.
this is beneficial. Sam?
Yeah, Kimberly, but
You got a Subway, a Harvey's, Piggy Wiggy, Dollar General, Family Dollar, and some local businesses. Yeah, we don't have all that. We have a private school. We have a post office. We got a car wash. We now got a Family Dollar that was just brought in last year. We got a gas station and an elementary school. That's it.
As good as what we've seen out of Jacoby Brissett. And we talked about it there a little bit. Jacoby Brissett has done a really, really nice job with this offense. So are we going to see growing pains with the new system would be my biggest football question.
yeah, and I think that's pretty fair to assume that we will. He's in a difficult situation in terms of the locker room too, because everyone loved Jacoby so much. And I heard
That's probably, you know who they're talking about, Baby Jean.
focus in on that. That's a tough thing to do in this situation. When you look at their schedule, though, if you're thinking it's kind of over for the Browns, technically they have a 5% chance to make.
Yeah, we only got an elementary school. Once they get into junior high and high school, they transfer them all the way up into Manchester.
Still to come on Countdown, the Cowboys take on the Colts today as Dallas.
Cowboys and Colts.
But first, the Cowboys tell us what it means to wear that famous star on their helmet. And Jamar Chase had a career day with 266 against the Chiefs. Last year, Randy hits the field with the Bengals receivers as they remember their favorite. You got hot smoke.
Hey, man, the three-headed monster here, Cincinnati Bengals, the number one wide receiver core.
Yeah, he was born in Ohio, not sure.
When you start with better ingredients, better pizza, you also get better papadia, better cheese sticks, better yummy this, and better.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Get any two or more for just $6.99 each. That's Papa John's. If you want to live here, you have to ride. Let's do it.
One time a lady with a suitcase was arguing with a lamppost. Okay. Yeah, you see all different kinds of things out in this world, people. You have no idea what you can find until you get out there and look around.
The double quarter pounder with cheese, fresh off the grill, cooked when I order it, and not a moment before.
I noticed when I was in Indiana, people had a southern accent. Probably a lot of them from the southern states.
Got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out.
You know, this is where my family's from, people. Well, parts of my family was born here. My great-grandfather was born here.
You don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your
My grandmother and grandfather were both born here.
the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real
Most 90% of the people in Indiana and Ohio are from Kentucky.
let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with it.
They couldn't find work in Kentucky, so they all shot up north looking for work to make money, to feed their families, to take care of their families.
What's worse, is having erectile dysfunction or having to talk about it. With Roman, we've made it easy to connect with a healthcare professional online. They'll work with you to find the
Back in them days, they were looking for a place to live. They were looking for work. They needed to find some way to make money. Hell, that might even be before welfare showed up. I don't know if they had welfare back in the 1930s or not. 1940s.
Are you looking for a new career?
Maybe that's something I can look up.
Spectrum is hiring. Whether you're looking to help customers, share knowledge, make connections, or enjoy uncapped earning.
But still, helping with food stamps and a little cash ain't going to help you pay all your bills.
With a company that offers comprehensive benefits, 401k, and complimentary services. Visit jobs.spectrum.com today.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
You sure, baby Jane?
You're watching Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by Snickers.
Yeah, no way around it. You got to work.
Everybody's fired up for a big day. Gentle words, as they use it in Philly. Philly fans getting ready for King Henry today.
Well, I mean, his family, the Hiltons, were down here back in them days. I mean, it matters. You know, there's a guy going around here right now with the last name Frost, and he says he's not related to us. And I was like, oh, okay. And one day we were both sitting down at the carryout, getting some coffee, sitting down talking. And I was like, well, you know, not to be nosy, but who's your grandfather? Well, who's his grandfather? And I kind of knew where my family tree was locked in at. You know what I mean? I've read all of it. I got it all off Ancestry. And then when I got back to his great-great-grandfather, he said a name. And I looked right at him. I was like, you know, that is one of my uncles. He goes, you're related to him. I was like, yes, he is one of my, he's my third great uncle. And he goes, well, maybe we are related. And he come over to my house, and I showed him the paperwork and everything. I don't know. I'll look that up, baby Jane. I'll have to see what county they were all up in. If you go over and check out Todd, when Todd was doing his Indian heritage, you can find out who his father was and his grandfather and them. I think it was Farmer Hilton, and then there was another. He had a couple of Hiltons back there. Just look and see where they're being born at, and you know, you can pretty well guess if they're related or not. At least that's kind of how I do it.
Sam, you got to stop these wide receivers for Cincinnati. We know about Jamar Chase, but he was out the last couple weeks, and what did T. Higgins do? Well, nothing but just be the best receiver in all of football for the last 2 years. And listen, they're a little bit different. We know Jamar Chase loves the back shoulder fade, right? We know that. What is T. Higgins love?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I mean,
He's been doing it in college. Yes, he has. Inch and a half taller than Randy Moss, just to give you an idea. So get it, boy, up to this man's DBs. They freak out when the ball's in the air.
but you know, with that name being like that, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm only a ninth grader, people. I just don't understand how many, you know, Frost. Let's say my last name, Frost. Okay, I can go back my genealogy on it, but then there's other Frost. Well, how they get their last name Frost if my last name's Frost? You know, how can they not be related to me carrying the same last name? I mean, when there's 50 million people and you name them all John Smith, how do you know what, Smith, if they're not related or not? I mean, I don't know. It's just, my dad's mother was born a Hilton. Okay, yeah, see, you'd have to look her up and see who her parents were to match the Hilton. Right now on my ancestries, I've got the last name Frost, and I have 52 subnames. 52. That means them are 52 grandmothers that were not, or, relatives to me that were not born a Frost. That is all the Frost's wives and their family. And that's just my dad's side. I ain't even started with my mom's side. It's really kind of hard to find a lot about my mom's side because my mom's mom came from Scotland. And because I live in the U.S., I have troubles getting the Scotland stuff. Yeah, now the only one I've ever heard of that, Baby Jane, are the Hiltons. I've never heard of none of the others.
But this game is huge for both teams in terms of their chance to make the playoffs or miss the playoffs. If the Commanders win today, up to 81. If they lose today, their chance to get into the playoffs drops all the way down to 41%. It's just as big of a game for Daniel Jones and the Giants. If they win, 80% chance for them to get in. If they lose, only a 38% chance, according to ESPN analytics. It is a huge game in Week 13 between these NFC East rivals.
When you see the numbers like that, it's starting to run away from you. Evan, I just thought you could handle it all by yourself.
You have a bunch of relatives in Germany you have never met. Yeah, that's, and that's kind of like why I like getting on of here, Robbie, is because, like you said, you've never met them, but if they got the internet, if they can get on like we can. I don't know if their country allows that stuff or whatever, but you can literally get on here and do like what we are, and you can see them and talk to them and get to know them. People across the world. If I found someone that is over in the same area that my grandmother was born in, I'd love to find out who her mother was, who was her mother and dad. You see what I mean? Because the United States ain't going to have that record over here on them. Them are records that you have to go over there to get. I'd rather find a friend over there to help me out. Same with people that's living Indiana, California, wherever. You guys want information about people around here, or do you got a relative that's buried here and you'd like the picture of their tombstone? I can go look it up for you and find it and take a picture for you. Kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch yours, helping each other out. I was watching that one show, Long Lost Family, or something like that. I think I said it right. I watched a few episodes of that. That's pretty cool. They took someone's DNA and found out that they have relatives, that where to find your real mother or your real father.
I agree, Randy. I 100% agree. And Taylor Heineke is proving a lot of people wrong. And it's like no one has believed in this guy, but he's believed in himself. Ron Rivera has always believed in him. And I think Ron Rivera has believed in him because he knows that his teammates.
My dad's mother is German. She speaks English and German. That's cool, Robbie.
225 pounds on the bench press. Like the first time I ever did it, I did it with no spotter. So I had no choice.
Yeah, the only language I learned was English. The only other language I learned was money. I knew the language of money. That means $1 plus $1 is $2.
I might be sleeping on a couch again if I don't do this. I'm going for it. And that's how he plays the game. I think his teammates really like it. And you got Daniel Jones who's still learning the Brian Daboll offense. He doesn't have the weapons. So I think they
Yeah, my wife's letting me use her torch right now. Because I ain't got no lighter. My lighter went dead, so I got to use the wife's torch.
I barely got it one time, like, oh my God. And I'm sitting back like, are you crazy? However, I will say that Daniel Jones, I feel like Daniel Jones under that bar because his receivers are letting him down. He has anybody to throw to.
Call from Nancy.
He should be able to, knowing that many, being that much, he should.
Nancy KY.
Chief Von Hilton, yeah. Smallpox Hilton.
That's got to be better because they have the toughest remaining schedule in the National Football League. Tough sled for the Giants in December. Our Jordan
I'm just Sanders with the Medicare Department of Healthcare Benefits. How are you today?
Good morning, Sam. This place right here, imagine this. In a few
Are you
hours,
there?
packed, hosting a December game with playoff implications. It hasn't happened very often over the past decade, but it will today. Dexter Lawrence, in his fourth season with the Giants, told me this week this is the biggest game of his professional career.
No, I ain't heard that.
Washington is the Giants' biggest competitor for a wild card berth. They play 2 times in the next 3 weeks. In order for the Giants to reach the postseason, they know they must get Saquon Barkley.
So it must have been Pamela Sue or Andrea, huh? I thought it was funny where he says he decided he didn't want to get child support from Andrea. He could have never got child support from Andrea. You can't take from her Social Security check.
He said, I certainly haven't seen that. The thing with Barkley, he told me that narrative is...
That's all it's about with you, Vaughn, was money. Had nothing to do with your wife. It had nothing to do with your kids. It has nothing to do with your mother. It all has to do with you and money. You want everyone to give you everything for free. Well, guess what? Your free ride passed away a year ago now. It's time for you to pull up your little panties and grow up and become a fucking man. If not, you're going to be living in a shelter home within 2 years. I know what your mama has, and I know how quick you spend money, so it ain't going to last long. No, too bad they missed, though.
Sunday NFL Countdown. Coming up, it's Separation Sunday. Before Mike McDaniel faces his former boss, Kyle Shanahan, inside...
You got about 40, 45 minutes, dear.
And the 9-2 Vikings take on Mike White today. But first, Justin Jefferson is taking us back to his roots and why he still has a chip on his shoulder.
Stop sleeping on me on that.
championship rematch is going down today between Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. We'll tell you why the Bengals QB remains confident.
We feel like we can beat any team in the league.
Let's see what else is on. Alaska Bush people, Lost Treasure of Europe, Harry Potter,
You got Mo. The best catches from NFL receivers when they were in college.
Hot 24 Countdown, The Office, Pitch Black, Golden Girls, Below Deck, Adventure, Decoy, Treehouse Masters, Gravity Falls, SpongeBob SquarePants, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Cowboy Way, Noel Next Door, Football Finals. Hey, you gonna come in for me?
Did you play for Curry Smart? Most of them did.
Before we go tonight, I do want to go back to the college football playoff conversation because we got into a little bit of it. Jordan got a comment.
Now we're talking about my college.
I want to lay this out once again. I mean, it seems like, all right, look, we know Georgia's number one, right? If Michigan can hold, they're probably number two, although we'll keep an eye on the Big Ten just in case. And then that 3 spot's interesting because Ohio State didn't play. Do you slot them up above TCU, who lost, even if they didn't play? And TCU and Alabama kind of vying for that 4th spot? I mean, it's...
I personally don't think that Ohio State jumps them and
Yep.
moves to 3.
Yeah.
I think TCU stays at 3 even with the loss because they went to they went to a conference championship game. They went to overtime in it against a top 10 team, and they have a better resume than Ohio State. So Ohio State to get really mashed the second half and then jump them because both of them are coming off losses, right? And so I just think Ohio State, the way they finished, is worse than the way TCU finished with a better resume. So I think that TCU will probably stay at 3 and Ohio State will move to 4.
All right, let me do my best version of Tim Tebow right here. Are we putting in the best 4 teams?
Well, they're putting Ohio in 4th.
And right now, the most, is that pretty good for Tim Tebow?
At least that guy's calling for him in the 4th.
Are going to be, that according to the committee, is going to be Georgia, Michigan if they hold on, and TCU and Ohio State because that's where they rank. That's what they're going to say.
Yes, exactly, Tom.
They're not the 4 best because it's the RPI. The RPI has Alabama ranked.
Yeah, literally before he can rent that to anybody, the trailer that he's in, he's going to have all that ductwork replaced. That's $2,500, $3,000 right there. Them other 2 places down there, they both need furnaces. Me, I need a lot of stuff over here.
Within the criteria, it is spelled out that they will have to decide when it comes to TCU, Ohio State, and Alabama. For TCU, because of how it looked today, are they unequivocally one of the best 4 teams in the country? How you come about that, you can go.
I literally think so too, Shade.
It ends up kind of punishing the team, how we're viewing them because they played the conference championship. Alabama and Ohio State setback. It didn't have to. That's why I love the playoff expansion. But again, you're going to have to come down and look at this and go, are they better?
Okay, are they?
No.
TCU unequivocally.
And I hate that because I'm saying that because of what happened today, which is not fair because they played in the championship and the others didn't.
What do you think, Tim? TCU unequivocally better than Alabama?
I don't think that's the only comparison.
Okay, Todd, so who you saying? TCU or Ohio State? Should be ranked number 4. You got into it now with me.
They're playing better right now. We're going to find out tomorrow. See you. It's fascinating. But I think what's crazy is you can make an argument for anything.
Tune into that selection show tomorrow. And congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. Number 1. Hey, they're in prime position.
Because they ain't told us who number 4 is. We already know the Bulldogs are number 1. Michigan's number 2. Ohio State number 4. Okay. Well, see, they're saying Ohio State might be ranked number 5 because they're still saying TCU is going to be there.
Big plays. The players make those plays when they matter most. Of course, that blocked field goal is a big factor in this game as the Bulldogs roll 50-30 is the final of this game. With all the turmoil in the college football playoff landscape right now, the Bulldogs left absolutely no doubt. Still some love amongst these teams as there's respect across the board.
Tom, that is exactly what happened.
Big hat on, right? Big hats all over the place.
Your intake going into your brain is exactly what happened. That is a good opinion. Okay, they're putting TCU still at third.
This team wanted to do something that last year's team didn't do, and sure enough, that's exactly what they accomplished as they win a championship in this conference.
Yeah, I agree, Tom. That's a tough age to start feeding yourself. Yes, I know that, Todd. Georgia's ranked number 1. Michigan's ranked number 2. I'm just trying to find out if Ohio State's going to get in it or not. I don't know. I'm just watching it right now. I'm listening to what these guys are saying. And who are we going to play? If we're ranked number 4, who do we play? Do we get to play who I want to? We want to go back to Michigan.
I don't know if they can overcome, because here comes Georgia with the physicality, with the running backs, with Stetsons, with Brock, with these tight ends. I mean, Darnell Washington on the outside.
No, I don't want to play Georgia. We want to play Michigan.
And so you just got the feeling like, okay, now you're getting into the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th rounds, and this is what Georgia.
I mean, yeah, I like to play Georgia too, but yeah, I'd really like to play Michigan again. Because like I said, we play Michigan again and we lose to them again. I might have to take my Ohio State stuff and put it in a pile out there and set it in flames. 3 losses in 2 years to Michigan.
Can't allow Georgia to get those things and they capitalize off of it, put up 50 points because LSU could not sustain as it continued to go on. You needed to have a lead if you were LSU. They had chances, but they did not capitalize on it.
So if that really is true, Todd, the way you put it, we're going to go against the number 1 ranked team, and number 2 and 3 is going to go against each other. I don't care who we play. I am a darn fan. Okay. Well, yeah. No problem, Robbie. I agree. Yeah, you would think he'd have some help, huh, don't you, Tom? He's been here 300 years.
So hard.
And yet they still responded.
Yeah, they did. They were right on the field.
Boy, tell you the truth, Ohio State, we're in the playoffs and we got to play Michigan. I hope we win. We play Georgia. Please win. Because Georgia would probably be the national championship again. Vaughn isn't a nice guy. It pays to be nice to people. Yes, it does, Robbie. Robbie, I was always told what comes around goes around. I'm driving down the street and I see someone broke down. I'll pull over and take them up and get them some gas. Couple months later, I'm off the side of the road out of gas, and here he's going by me.
This championship do for this team moving forward in the rest of the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, we always said we want to be different from last year, and this is one
Baby Jane, that's his exaggeration and it's mine.
More from Melissa Lang is coming as she catches up with a variety of players again. We'll take you to the podium when Kirby Smart joins the media.
I try to give everyone a fair shot, exactly.
Melissa asked about Stetson Bennett,
And that's what you're supposed to do, Robbie. Give them a chance. As I call it, stab you in the back. They do something wrong that, you got two choices. You tell them where they went wrong, that, hey, we can't be friends, that, you know what I'm saying? We won't get along.
Conversation is certainly looming out there, but how would you describe his body of work at this point?
I would describe it as a competitor, someone that rises to the occasion, a really good football player. And I feel like
yeah, I don't mean to laugh, Tom, but that's the way he is.
From last year, he played better than those stats indicate. Sometimes as a quarterback, you got to be willing to, force those throws to give your team a chance. And then today, when you're winning and you're up, a lot of it's off of.
Honestly, Baby Jane, I honestly think if she had $30 million, she still would have lived in that trailer.
I think a lot has been made of Stetson stats. Sometimes really good, sometimes really bad.
I mean, because she knew the price of money. She knew what money was.
It's not about the stats for Stetson.
That's my opinion. I mean, she moved back to Clay County because this is where her family, where she was born. Her parents were born. Like I said, most people move out of Kentucky and they went up to Indiana, Ohio, looking for work. And Miss Alice found work. Irvy found work. And they found a place, and that's where they settled down. Alice lived half of her life there. She decided that she's done working. She wants to kick back and relax, kick her feet up and not worry about nothing. So she sold her houses, she sold her businesses, and she moved to the state of Kentucky. She bought a trailer, or bought a house. Let's take that back. Bought a house. A piece of property came up for sale right next to the house where she was living. So she bought that. Then another piece came up that had a trailer on it, which is Stinky's trailer. She bought that piece of property. She lived in it, and Irvy lived in the one Little Jim was in. She went ahead and put that brand new trailer on that property. She moved Little Irvy into the trailer that he's in. 2.5 years later, she sold the house to Little Jim. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I gave her. 40, there's 40 acres house and land. She turned around a couple years later after that, bought the brick ranch home down the road. And she moved Big Irvy in there. Hilton says that his mom and dad got a divorce because Uncle Little Jim told his mom that he was cheating on her, told Irvy that she was cheating on him. Big old fight, No, that's not how it happened. James Von Hilton, let's have that for real. Jim never did that. I know why your mom and daddy got a divorce. It come right out of your mommy's mouth herself. Medical purposes. the money situation. That little chump change that you're living on right now, if it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't have none of it. Because your daddy's hospital bills would have took care of it. Do you understand that? All that money would have been gone. All the properties probably wouldn't even be around anymore. Because that's how many of them hospital bills come in when you're paying cold hard cash. When you ain't got no health insurance. The Sesslers owned it before Alice. Yes, Alice bought it from them. That was her first piece of property down here. The next piece of property over was the Allen's property.
Okay, so it is kind of interesting because when they ran that Philly special, they're referencing there. We were all like, "Wait, why run that?"
Yeah.
Now, but I will say, I'm kind of reconsidering that thought after you see the smile on Darnell Washington's face, Jordan.
I will say, a brilliant job by Tom.
Well, Robbie, they were married. I mean, if I had plenty of money, if I had a couple $1,000, $100,000 sitting around in the bank and owning properties and everything, okay, and you're trying to get Medicare to pay your hospital bills, they kind of, they want you to pay it. They want you to spend some of your money. Vaughn's going to find that out when he files for food stamps. Because once it's all his, that means he has 5 pieces of property in his name. He's got over $200,000 worth of properties. I don't think they're going to give him food stamps. Not one penny.
Change it up and go spread and go trips and in motion and do some fancy things. And so I think that Kirby's so comfortable he can let him do all of that now, and he's comfortable with Stetson that they're opening up the playbook more and more. I think that's something that is a massive plus for Georgia because now you can see a team that can turn it around and you can go 9 plays, 8 of them run.
Okay, Toby.
Go even more spread and go empty at times, and man, it's dangerous if your defense going up against it.
It helps too when you have such a good defense. You can play some complementary football. You can get a little more creative offensively. Something we're going to do a little bit later on the show is talk about who might be which team.
Yeah, that's true, Todd.
For Georgia in the field that we think.
Because the last time he got it is because of somebody else. Somebody else filled the paperwork out for him. Same thing with Jerry's check.
Youngsters for doing that, of course.
Are you gonna go get some confetti for Reese?
Of course I am. If I don't,
I'm gonna get some.
Do what now? After my parents passed, I inherited it, 5 apartments and some land, and there is no change. There's no change. I am getting any benefits at all, neither, even if I am across the pond. Did you see? Now that's a whole new ball game there, Tom. If you inherited it, that means they belong to you. If you got 5 apartments, I'd be going over and looking at them. If you own them. Because if you're not taking care of them, the state can take them. I don't know what state it's in or whatever. You don't keep the upkeep, they can take them. And that's a waste of money if you're leaving them empty.
With the Game Time app, I'd pay 60% less than this guy. 60%? Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. And sure.
At FreeFly, we believe in more. More comfort.
Well, Tom, you need to go over there to them properties.
More versatility. More adventures with family and friends.
What, do you get the money for it, Tom? If you own them, you should be collecting money. I mean, I wouldn't spend it if I was you, or if it's put in some kind of account where if anything happens to the properties, like if you need a hot water tank, you got a caretaker that automatically go out there and put a hot water tank in for them. Okay. See, and that's what I'm saying, Tom. Vaughn could do that, but he's got to get these properties cleaned up and straightened up. That's what Alice was going to try to do before all this bullshit goes down. She was going to set it up where there was going to be money being put in the bank account every month until them kids come 21.
Frustration for sure, but also an inside look at what they were dealing with Jaden Daniels and his injury, and then how Garrett Nussmeier came into this game.
But here in the county, we have inheritance tax as well, so you can imagine where a big deal of the money went. Yeah.
Jaden Daniels came into the game nursing an ankle injury, but he came out dealing, right? He started off going up the middle to Kyron Lacey for the 16-yard gain.
He was working through progressions in his zone coverage, finding the holes in the defense over and over and over again, get the ball right down the field.
Then there's that Georgia defense that says, yeah, we're going to sack you for a loss.
Well, I'm sorry to see you thinking that you're in the same position as Stinky, Tom. I don't like to hear anybody else in that kind of situation, honestly. I hate to see people lose things. Especially like something like it happened to you. You know, you are the heir. You are the only child. I mean, are you? I mean, do you got brothers and sisters?
I think I'm going to pick that one up. The Bulldogs lead 7-0. And of course, Brian Kelly can't believe it. What a weird play, but also smart by Georgia. LSU back in football, though, would they respond? And then Jaden Daniels finding Keyshawn.
Oh, yeah, I know what you meant by you getting the inheritance. He ain't rented out nothing, Tom, as far as I know. He has no income at all. I heard he let somebody move into the one trailer down there. Or somebody did. I think maybe Jim and Millie let him move in the month before Vaughn took over. And he went ahead and put the skirting all the way back around Vaughn's trailer. He has no income. And yes, he is responsible for the care of the estate. Me personally, a lot of people said, oh, that's bad that he got it, this and that. It is bad because the kids ain't going to have it. But I got news for y'all. Vaughn's going to hang himself. I know it for a proven fact. He will hang himself. The judge and the lawyers gave him the rope. They got it wrapped around the tree, and he's going to hang himself. He's going to blow it all, spend it all, and suck it all dry, and he's going to lose it all. 2 years from now, he'll be stone broke, living under some bridge, begging the homeless shelter for a place to live. That's good. Yeah, and that's the way to do it, Tom. That's exactly how to do it. And yeah, you know what I tell you, Tom? If you're making enough, if you get enough, I mean, I know you're just taking over, okay? But if you seem like you're doing good, You know, you can do that double time. Go get it, go take your extra money, buy you an apartment building and fix it all up and rent it all them out. You know what I mean? Double your income coming in. The more you own, the more money coming in. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of time to clear the things up with the bank and everything. I agree. I know how all that works. I mean, my dad passed away in 2017. I didn't get no 5 apartments. I just got a dog and a truck, and I didn't even get the dog. The wife got the dog. I got the truck. I mean, I got a little bit more than that, though. I'm not saying just the truck. I mean, I got his fishing equipment, which was, a couple good fishing poles, a lot of tackle. He didn't have much of anything else. He sold everything before that. Which is because of me. I literally told him, Dad, I cannot afford to pay for your funeral. So, I mean, when you get ready to die, you're one or two things. The state's going to bury you or cremate you, or I'm going to have to pay to have you cremated. Well, you ain't cremating me. About a year and a half later, he had his plot ready, he had his tombstone ready, and he had the funeral home paid. Yep, one step at a time.
All right, so that's Kirby live at the podium. We'll continue to check in on what he's saying there with the media. Is now for Georgia.
Vaughn's got some nice land. I think he'd make money off of it. It was flat.
So tomorrow is an off day for Georgia's players, but he has to go right out on the road and recruit. So he'll be part certainly of the selection show tomorrow on ESPN. Everybody tune into that.
I literally think he'll start selling the properties. I just don't know if he's going to start with just the empty properties, or is he going to start with the properties with the houses? Of course, the one with the houses are going to be worth more money, but the way the houses look, they ain't worth shit.
He said it at SEC Media Days, and I didn't really understand it at the time. They were going to continue to be the hunters, and we were not satisfied or be cool with being the hunted. And when he says 1 + 1 = 3 for this team, he ain't lying. Big boys are
well, Tom, in America, they it matters. They have certain policies, different policies, should I say. So, I mean, you can get up to only a lousy 20,000, or you can get up to $500,000, $1 million. It matters what they were putting in, what their policy holds.
They have all the abilities and everything you need and ingredients to make the championship run again, and that's where they're on. I think there's two things for me that stand out.
To tell the truth, if I was stinky, since I have nothing, I would sell everything and go around the world or whatever. Well, he likes some, what are them, Asian girls or whatever? I would think he should go there. $200,000? He'd live like a king over there.
It's the culture that they built of team first, and everyone is buying in. When you have 4 or 5 stars that are all buying into this team,
oh man, yeah, nowhere near what my old man's life insurance was.
This year, Alabama's not this year. The culture is not the same. The machine is not the same. I remember we were down here on the sideline watching warm-ups, and we're like, man, LSU's got some good-looking guys, big, long. Georgia's just built different. The recruiting, you mentioned it, the culture.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 200,000 over in the Asian countries. That's a lot of money.
It was. I mean, I think there's
Georgia, LSU. Georgia 50, LSU 30. That's a good scoring game.
Every single one of them, they attack it head on. They want to beat it. They want to annihilate. It's not just winning. It's dominating.
Yeah, exactly.
They head into the college football playoff. You know, you guys mentioned some of the.
That's the kind he likes, Robbie.
Some of the great-looking players that are really young, even though they're on the losing side of this game, it's not pretty. Brian Kelly still has a lot of hope. Here's what he said.
We just do a little bit better job on a field goal situation. You know, take 7 off the board, it's 43 points, and you know maybe we convert that, it's 37. You know, you got a one-score
Filipinos too.
You know what I mean? And so now you got a one-score game going in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Up on 4th and inches.
Me, I love them all.
So
I'm not picky. I love them all.
Huge. But we got work to do, as I told our guys. You know, and it's 24/7.
Don't take that literally, people.
Things away from the building. It's every day in the classroom, in the community.
If I had a disableable check, I would pack and leave.
And to be better communicators and have an attention to detail in all those areas.
Where would you go, Robbie?
Develop our football team, but this foundation
For the
is
Philippines?
really strong, and we'll be able to continue to build on it.
Okay, Tom.
I believe that the gap is something that we can't continue to close and get back here again next year. That'll be our goal, to get back here and to win it.
Yeah, it's difficult to get back, right? But I buy into that, Jordan. I mean, I feel like they do have a great foundation. We saw it in Nussmeier.
Nice weather year round, yeah.
Quarterback and some of these surrounding players. I mean, they're freshmen or even just sophomores, you know?
Think about saying LSU was going to be the SEC championship before the season started.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
They had no business technically being in this game, right? They developed.
All people are good in my book.
Every week, and they were here. And I agree with Coach Kelly. When you really study the game, you realize that it may look one way on the scoreboard. If it, one or two things.
Yeah, to me, all people are good. Until you stab me in the back. You stab me in the back, then you're no good. I don't hold it against your race. I don't even hold it against your mommy and daddy. I hold it against you. You're the one that stabbed me in the back, not them. That just means I won't do nothing for you no more.
Alabama's probably going to be really good next year. Auburn, I think, is going to improve a whole lot next year. The West is going to be difficult.
AJ's coming back at Arkansas. Like, I mean,
what a massive
the West is going to
Yep, exactly, Tom.
to be competitive. Like, we really think no one's going to come out of there without a loss?
You know, I did like that video that Vaughn talked about his 3 wives. One's going to be cooking, one's going to be cleaning, and one's going to be doing dishes.
After that, I think it will change the attitude and personality and the goals of this team because, like you said, Jordan,
I'll say the same thing I said yesterday. I couldn't handle 3 women. I couldn't handle 3 wives. And Vaughn Hilton, I don't think you could neither.
Timmy enjoyed it, so he was able to do it. Hey, coming up next on SEC Football Final, we dive into the college football playoff picture. We've mentioned and alluded to some of the chaos that happened today. How does that affect
I don't
outlook? Who's in?
really think about it. Do you think you can handle 3 wives, Tom?
These Bulldogs after a huge win. We're back with more. Wherever fun happens.
Unless he gets a job, he's in a world of shit. You got it right, Robbie. Or gets these properties clean and gets them rent out, he might be able to pull himself out of the hole. But that's Vaughn we're talking about. He don't do nothing.
It'll also inform how technique is
makes it more fun and exciting because you know for the next generation of players, there's going to be something.
Tom, I say the same thing. Hey, I know how my wife is when it's that time of the month. You think I want 3 of them around my house? I can't. I can barely handle the one. I'm about ready to go hang myself during them 5-7 days or whatever.
Get your moon pod today. I promise it really is the most comfortable place in the universe. Experience the difference at moonpod.co.
True South Rod shotgun with author Tommy Tomlinson as he heads.
Oh, we can tell him, Robbie, but oh no, I know what I'm doing. My God's, the Frost has been that way with him for the whole 15 years or whatever. We ain't trying to tell the kid what to do. We're just giving him advice. And he blows off at us. I tried to tell him about CSB. Oh, I know. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, James, whatever.
Let us help you through the appeal process. Call Sokolov Law, 800-568-5049.
You can lead that horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it.
I'm Brandon Rivard. For nearly 40 years, we at Rivard Fine Jewelry have dedicated ourselves to providing our customers with an unforgettable shopping experience. We welcome you to visit our newly renovated showroom, where you'll find the largest selection of designer engagement rings and handcrafted gemstone and diamond jewelry in Central Kentucky.
My dear.
Certified mines and lab-grown diamonds.
Honey.
Bishop George.
Hello. Hi. Yes, she's in. Okay, I'm here again.
And that's where he hurt himself. Unfortunately, USC goes on. That's what they're
Sorry about his luck, Toby.
touchdown though. USC does. So third quarter, the game's tied at 17. Cam Rising, who's balled out
Just
this
make
game.
the tackle is 3rd and 19. You go for the throw, and I'm not sure they made any tackles the whole night.
No, it's hard for Roman here as a defensive guy to do this.
He's taking me to court for it, Toby.
Mario Williams, 12-yard touchdown. USC now trailing 27-24. Caleb Williams hurt, you can tell. Ensuing drive for Utah. Cam Rising, the pass to Thomas.
This is a missed
Aspen.
tackle.
I know. 60-yard touchdown. What's the theme here? We got missed tackles? Is that what
Run over that guy. What are you doing?
Utah goes up 34-24. Oh, what's USC gonna do? Okay, later in the quarter.
Yeah, he ain't coming over. There's no doubt about that.
Trying to do a little too much, maybe intercepted by RJ Hubert. Utah goes on to win the game 47-24. So they win the Pac-12 championship.
Oh, Utah won that one.
USC for the college football playoff. Let's get to the Big 12. This was quite the dramatic game.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting the reruns on from the college. Here's the TCU game. That was a good game, though. That was really a good game.
Okay, the Wildcats extend the lead 28-17. Later in the quarter, TCU down by 8. Max Duggan scrambling, keeps it. He runs.
I mean, it was close the whole game.
Frogs are inside the 10. So the next play.
Boy was tired.
I know. After this, he kind of like crouched down. You'll see him here in a minute. The 8-yard touchdown.
Well, people, it's my 3-hour marker. I think I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Not too many talking to me. We're all over in La La Land. I'm paying more attention to my TV set than I am of you guys right now. So I'm going to get off here, get up, get my breakfast and stuff, and do what I got to do. You guys have a good day, and peace out.